Tesla makes a special Model 3 delivery, U.S. tax credit news, and an update on this week's Tidbit of the Week. This is Tesla Tidbits episode number 336 for December 14th, 2017. We start on Twitter at the account of Bonnie Norman, who's one of the gang of well-known Tesla fans out here on the internet, and her story of a very special Model 3 delivery. The fact that these stories exist, and there are multiple cases where Tesla has gone out of their way to accommodate extraordinary situations, is one of the many reasons I have the passion for this company that I do. Across 7 tweets, we get the story of Tesla forum member Graniteds. This man suffers from terminal stage 4 cancer and has roughly 3 to 4 months to live per his forum post. He was reacting to whether there would be November deliveries for Model 3, saying he'd love that so he could take getting his Model 3 off his bucket list as his final item. Enter Bonnie. She stepped in, and after convincing him that she wasn't a scammer, got in contact with him to at least set up a meeting with another owner so he could try out the car, even if he couldn't obtain his own. Davina Singh, a member of the Human Resources Department at Tesla, obliged and brought her red Model 3 to his house and told him to get behind the wheel and have fun. Bonnie sent the photos along with his story to Tesla on November 26th, and wouldn't you know it, he received an invite to configure the next day. Today, he took delivery of his car. But this wasn't just any delivery. He got a private factory tour, was introduced to many Tesla folks, and even was given the tour of his car by the global president of sales and service, John McNeil. Here's to as many days as possible for you to enjoy the car, sir. Congratulations. We kick over to Bloomberg, where it would appear that would-be U.S. Tesla owners can finally breathe a sigh of relief about the tax credit. Bloomberg reports that a Republican familiar with the reconciliation process has said that the Senate version of the bill has been accepted for that particular matter, and the tax credit for EVs as well as for wind production have been spared in the final version of the tax bill. I would still caution that this is not yet final, but this is extremely good news if the source can be trusted. We'll be on the lookout for the final version of the law that confirms the news. Lastly tonight, a hat tip to listener Kevin, who let me know that I did miss something important in my Supercharger Tidbit of the Week yesterday. In the instance where cars are sharing the paired chargers, the car plugged in first always takes priority. This prevents the person that arrived first from unknowingly being vampired if someone arrives later in the other spot. Since the total for the pair is 145 kilowatts, let's assume that the first person is in dire straits and is receiving the full 120 kilowatts their car is capable of receiving. This means that the B side will pull 25 kilowatts until the A side begins to adjust the charge rate as the battery fills. So when things start looking up and that A side is only drawing 60 kilowatts, the other side may be drawing 85 at that point. The system puts the super in supercharger, while at the same time being cost-effective by splitting the main power trunks going to the chargers. Kevin also notes that he uses this to be a good Tesla citizen, and consider this a bonus tidbit of the week. Let's say you arrive and only need a bit of a sip, and maybe it's more of a busier location. You could intentionally take a B-side, allowing someone else to use the faster available charger that may need it more. Thanks for the reminder, Kevin. Make sure you check out the links to the full stories in the show description. While you're at it, check out the Patreon at patreon.com/Tesla Tidbits. Thanks as always to my super patrons for supporting the show at the $10 plus level. They are John Waltower, Drew Schuyler, John Waller, Mark and Sarah Thomas, Ryan Scarborough, Lee Sweet, William Henry Crew III, Dorian Steve Guberman, Bruno Quindici, John Rich, Joey Boots, and Ralph and Cheryl Waterhouse. Be sure to show your love on YouTube, iTunes, and other services across the internet, or use the show referral code ts.la/JON4602 if you're in the market for a new Tesla. It's good for free supercharging for the life of the vehicle. That's all for today. If you have feedback for me, the best way to be heard is to tweet at Tesla Tidbits. See everyone back here again tomorrow. Until then, keep it charged and hit the road.